Welcome to one of the most infamous trials in American history. This is the story of O.J. Simpson. Introduction, June 17, 1994. A white Ford Bronco speeds down a Los Angeles freeway, helicopters overhead, millions of Americans glued to their TV screens. Inside that car, O.J. Simpson, NFL legend, Hollywood actor, and now a fugitive from justice. This wasn't just another celebrity scandal, this was the trial of the century. A case that would divide the nation, shake the justice system, and forever change American media. But how did we get here? The crime that shocked America. It all began on the night of June 12, 1994. Nicole Brown Simpson, O.J.'s ex-wife, and her friend Ron Goldman were found brutally murdered outside Nicole's home in Brentwood, California. The scene was horrific. Nicole nearly decapitated, Ron stabbed multiple times. And the evidence? A bloody glove, footprints leading away, and, most damning of all, drops of blood linking back to O.J. The LAPD immediately focused on Simpson. Their history was no secret. O.J. and Nicole had a turbulent past filled with domestic abuse allegations. But what happened next would turn a murder investigation into a full-blown media circus. The infamous Bronco chase. 5 days after the murders, instead of turning himself in, O.J. fled. With his friend Al Cowlings behind the wheel, Simpson sat in the back seat of a white Ford Bronco, armed with a gun, threatening to take his own life. What followed was one of the most watched events in television history. 95 million people tuned in as police pursued the Bronco down the freeway at a slow, surreal speed. By the end of that night, Simpson was in police custody. But the real drama was just beginning. The trial begins. What should have been an open and shut case quickly spiraled into a legal battle that exposed deep racial tensions in America. The prosecution, led by Marcia Clark and Christopher Darden, presented a mountain of forensic evidence. Simpson's blood at the crime scene, Nicole's blood in his Bronco. A pair of bloody gloves, one found at the crime scene, the other behind O.J.'s home. But the defense, led by the so-called Dream Team, including Johnny Cochran, Robert Shapiro, and a young Robert Kardashian, flipped the script. Their argument? The LAPD was corrupt, racist, and had framed O.J. Simpson. The centerpiece of their attack? Detective Mark Furman, a cop with a history of racist remarks, who allegedly planted evidence. And then there was the moment, the glove that didn't fit. When O.J. was asked to try on the infamous glove in court, millions watched as he struggled to pull it over his hand. Johnny Cochran seized the moment, delivering the now iconic line, "If it doesn't fit, you must acquit." That moment shattered the prosecution's case. Doubt seeped into the jury's minds. The verdict that shook the nation. After 8 months of trial and just 4 hours of deliberation, the jury delivered their verdict. We, the jury, in the above-entitled action, find the defendant Orenthal James Simpson not guilty. The courtroom erupted. O.J. smiled. Nicole's family wept. And across the country, reactions were split. Many black Americans saw it as justice against a biased system, while many white Americans saw a guilty man walk free. The aftermath. Though acquitted, O.J.'s troubles weren't over. In 1997, a civil trial found him liable for the deaths of Nicole and Ron, ordering him to pay $33.5 million to their families. Then, in 2007, he was arrested again, this time for armed robbery in Las Vegas. The man who once escaped the law was sentenced to 33 years in prison. O.J. Simpson, the football star, the movie actor, the icon, was now just another inmate. Closing thoughts. The O.J. Simpson trial wasn't just about guilt or innocence. It exposed America's racial divide, its flawed justice system, and the power of media in shaping public opinion. And even today, nearly 30 years later, one question remains. Did O.J. Simpson really get away with murder?